Well, we're not full. We're starting though. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to join back.
Gives you an opportunity to switch characters if you wanted to, I guess. Rainbow Road!
That is true.
Hey, at least it'll be over in like a minute and a half.
Rainbow Road, yeah. What to pick? What to pick?
Surprised they didn't add another Rainbow Road, actually.
I know, I mentioned this myself.
Yeah, I think we talked about that when we were speculating what they were going to add, or not really speculating, I think we were just saying, hey, this is what they should add. And that's when I was like, they should add more Game Boy Advance tracks, and they were like, okay, we will.
Yeah, that's true, you did call that.
I don't know if I called it, it was just like, they should do it, because there's a lot of interesting themes in those courses.
Right. Alright, I'm rejoining.
It's pretty rare for me to actually say this is what they're going to do, because
Oh yeah, totally.
Nintendo's kind of unpredictable, honestly.
They are, yes.
It's usually stuff I say they're not going to do this, and then they go and do it
They
anyway.
do it. Yeah.
Like, I didn't think they were going to add other brands into Mario Kart. I was like, no, they're not going to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
even when they added Mii's, Miyamoto said he did not like that. Like, he thought it felt wrong. So I was like, yeah, they're never going to do that. It's like, oh, no, they did it. They're not going to put Mii's and Little Mac and Pac-Man and Dark Pit into Smash Brothers. They wouldn't do that. That's stupid. Nope, they freaking did it.
Yeah. Oh, that was my reaction to Duck Hunt.
Yeah, you thought that leak was so fake because you refused to
Because
believe
of
the
Duck
Duck
Hunt.
Hunt would be put in the game.
Yeah, like what? Yeah.
I
'Cause
remember,
it was
like,
just so fucking random.
I remember we talked about that leak so much, and we went back, like, I went back and forth on, like, if it was real or not, and I was pretty much convinced it was fake, and then the next day more footage came out, and I was like, no, that's real, that's 100% real.
Pretty
Like,
sure
I was very close to saying, nope, that's fake.
Yeah. Oh wow, really?
What
Communication error has occurred.
the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Come on, connect properly this time.
And I still think back and feel bad about the fact that, like, when that leak came out, it took me like a full day to realize that the Ice Climbers weren't on the roster.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even notice that they were gone.
Right.
And it's like, that's why I don't pitch a fit about the fact that they took them out, because, like, honestly, I forget that they're gone. Like, I was terrible with them in Brawl.
Yeah.
I never got anything done with them, so it's like, I
True.
don't even miss them, really. Now, in Melee, I was a freaking god with them, so, like, I have memories of that, but then it's like, in Brawl, it was hit or miss. Sometimes I did pretty well with them in Brawl, but
yeah,
it wasn't one of my top characters.
Right.
And I don't find myself booting up the game and saying, like, damn, I can't believe they took the Ice Climbers out. I was more upset over them taking Lucas out.
Right, right. I can see that.
And that's not even, I don't even have, like, a personal connection to that character.
No,
it's
not
just
at all.
fun as hell to play as, so.
Yeah. I don't even know how much of the Mother series you've played.
Not a
I
whole
haven't
lot.
played shit. Yeah.
I think I played pretty deep into Earthbound
Did you?
and or Mother 2, like,
Right.
but it was so long ago, I don't really remember much of it.
Yeah.
I did play a few chapters into Mother 3 when the fan translation came out.
Oh, right. Oh wow, he just got hit by a red shell that you threw and that blue shell.
Poor guy.
You threw. To be fair, I think you threw the red shell before you saw the.
Yeah,
blue.
I didn't know the blue shell was coming.
Yeah.
I would enjoy Mother 3 better if they would actually put it on the Virtual Console.
Right.
And there's a reason for that. And that's... You might not even know this, because nobody talks about this, but there's a rhythm mechanic in that game.
Oh, yeah?
Like, where after you attack an enemy, you can, like, keep tapping the button to keep hitting them, but you have to tap it within rhythm of the music. And it does not work in emulators very well at all.
Yeah.
So you don't really get to actually use it.
Right.
I think some people think that it doesn't work in emulators, period. Like, it's not that the music is desynced that makes it harder, it just plain doesn't work.
Right.
I feel like I would have had a little bit more fun with it if it wasn't for that, because otherwise it wasn't your typical JRPG, but when it came to the combat, it was your typical JRPG, so it didn't keep me interested.
Yeah.
Because it lacked that element.
Right. The setting and the story and all that.
If they would release it on Virtual Console, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah, I think that's true for a lot of people, but I don't know if it's a big enough crowd for enough people. I don't know.
Yeah, they'd need proof.
Yeah. And the vocal Mother fan base is not enough.
That's because, honestly, there's not that many Mother fans.
Yeah.
Like, they're very passionate and loyal, but there's not that many of them.
Right.
It's just, on the internet, minorities can look like the majority due to being vocal.
Due to being loud, yes.
Similar to Mega Man Legends 3. Like, there was so much noise about that when it got canceled that people are like, oh, there's a huge audience for that. No, they were just really loud.
Yeah.
Like, the audience for Legends was actually very small. It's like, I enjoyed Legends, and I would have enjoyed seeing a third one, but I wasn't really surprised when it got canned, because the first two games didn't do very well.
Yeah, and
that's why there was only two of them.
Yeah, and I say it's the same thing for Firefly, too. Even though people would hate me for that.
No, I see what you mean. I mean, well, wasn't that more because of just poor time slot and stuff?
That's what people say, but no, it was an okay time slot. Like, I mean, it was, like, considered the... oh boy, I think my game just disconnected. Yes, it did!
Again?
Yep, again.
Next time on Nintagious.
Right. Yeah, it was one of those mediocre time slots.
I thought it, like, directly competed with, like...
It probably did.
Something that, like, took... I don't know what, but I'm pretty sure they put it in a time slot that was competing with something major.
It was Friday nights. So it was kind of a... Friday night on Fox was kind of considered a dead slot.
Right.
At the time. I don't know about now, but...
Didn't they advertise for it really poorly, too?
It was advertised kind of poorly.
There was a lot that went
They didn't air the stuff
but yeah, it's like...
But even then, I mean, people have full access to it now on Netflix, DVDs, etc. They have Serenity now.
Yeah, but... It's you are right. The audience that does...
The audience that's vocal for it to bring more...
Yeah, the community for it probably isn't as big as they think they are.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's like, yeah, you're right. People are probably going to hate you for that, but it's right, and hate me for agreeing with it. But it's like, I mean, being passionate for it is fine. I'm not going to tell you to not be passionate for it. I only tell you to not be passionate for something that you don't know why you're being passionate for it, like Skyrim. Oh, I went there.
Because now you have to pay for user-created content.
I don't think that's going to last long, honestly.
I don't think so either. Am I going to try to reconnect to you or not? I don't know.
That's totally up to you.
I've now disconnected 3 times in a row. I've not managed to get a race done.
But yeah, it's... Around the time Mega Man Legends 3 was cancelled, I think the Mega Man community was going through, like... They were realizing that there weren't as many of them as they thought, because...
Right.
I guess I should say we, because I kind of, like, turned away from the community at that point, because they were starting to act really immature.
Okay,
like, they were complaining about everything. They were starting ridiculous petitions that weren't going to get anywhere.
Right.
Like, they did that petition to bring Mega Man Legends 3 back, and it was like, they're not going to bring it back. Like, they don't care. Like, I think they said at one point that, like... Or I don't think they came out and said it, but I think it was revealed that, like, the whole campaign was 100 likes on Facebook.
That's pretty low.
Yeah, and somebody said if Capcom were to actually give a shit about that, it would have had to been more like 1 million likes.
Yeah.
Like, 100 was not going to... 100,000 was not going to change their minds.
Oh, 100,000?
Yeah, did I say 100?
Yeah, you said 100.
Yeah, I meant 100. 100K.
I mean, even at 100K, yeah, it's kind of... maybe 500,000? You know?
Yeah, it was definitely higher than 100K.
500,000 would be, you know...
Really? Did you just do that? Really?
Did that just happen?
Yes. It just happened.
That's amazing.
But then, like... I don't remember the exact order of events here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Mega Man Universe was cancelled first. And honestly, Mega Man Universe was not looking very good. I was not surprised that they canceled that at all, because that was not looking like a good game. They were trying to cash in on the whole freaking Little Big Planet success. Like, it was a user-created content game, and like it just wasn't looking promising.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where they only showed actual gameplay like twice, and then they just stopped talking about it for a while. And I was like, no, they're gonna can that. Like, I called it well before they actually canned it. I was like, they're gonna cancel that.
Yeah, it's kind of the feeling that Woolly World had for a while there.
A little bit, yeah, because we hadn't heard about it. So I don't think I was ever worried that they canceled it. I was just worried that it got lost in development hell and they didn't know what they were doing with it.
Right.
And then Legends 3 got canned. And that was a case of, like... If Inafune was still at Capcom and had any pull at Capcom, which he did, I have a feeling he would have done the crowdsourcing method for Legends 3. Like, he probably would have tried that, and I think him trying it with Mighty No. 9 was basically saying, this is how we should have done Legends 3.
Yeah. Right, it can work this way.
But, like, I don't know, it might have been weird if a company as big as Capcom tried to do crowdfunding. That, like, people would not have reacted well to that, because Capcom was guilty of doing the whole on-disc DLC thing that people were so pissed about.
Yeah, for a company like Capcom, that's kind of hard. I am still amazed when companies like Double Fine get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like, how does Double Fine get away with it? I don't know. Especially considering...
Like, it was even kind of weird when Way Forward did it, because it's like, Way Forward is already pretty successful. It's like, why do they have to do it? But at least they had reasoning. They were like, well, the reason is we want to take the game to every platform.
Yeah,
like, we want to reach a larger audience. Like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, like, Legends 3 was another one of those where they didn't talk about it, like, at all.
Right.
They announced it, like, before development, like, as development had started. So that was...
Yeah.
Not a problem.
No, not a problem.
The problem there is that most gamers don't understand that a lot of projects get canned very early in development.
Oh, yeah.
That is a regular occurrence. And that was, like, I think that was probably the first time that people saw that, where it was, like... Like, we don't get to see any of that, because they don't talk about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, usually that stuff doesn't get talked about until years later.
Yeah, until years later, when we have no one in this match.
Yeah. Years later, we will have no one in this match.
Next time on Nintagious, I'm actually going to pick up another episode, because this conversation is good, I think.